So, this is an accurate representation of my reaction when I saw this game was in English.
Yes!
Yes! So yeah, let's just say I was really excited to see this finally in English. I remember around the time Mother 3 had been translated, there were talks about doing this game as well. Years went by, nothing happened, and I slowly forgot about it. Until now. Hey there, this is Megabladej, and today I will be reviewing Tomato Adventure for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. Tomato Adventure is a turn-based JRPG. It was made by a Japanese company called Alpha Dream and was published by Nintendo on January of 2002. Many of you Nintendo fans may know of the developer. Alpha Dream are more commonly known for the Mario and Luigi series of RPGs for Nintendo's handheld systems. Tomato Adventure was the first game they made for Nintendo and was the basis for the Mario and Luigi series. Just a heads up, I'm going to be referencing the Mario and Luigi games a lot, especially Superstar Saga. Tomato Adventure started life as Gimmick Land for the Game Boy Color. From what I could find, the game was basically done and ready to release. However, around the same time, Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance. So, Alpha Dream was asked to remake their game for the new system. According to Wikipedia, only a few screenshots of Gimmick Land were released before the change happened. That was until the Nintendo Giga Leak, where many prototype games were released to the public, including a nearly complete version of Gimmick Land. It still amazes me that a company will have a finished product and just sit on the thing. Tomato Adventure takes place in a land that is ruled by children, called the Ketchup Kingdom. The ruler of this land is a baby-like king called Abira. He absolutely loves tomatoes and forces his subjects to do the same. Those that don't are banished to live in a place called the Spillage. It is here we find our main character, DeMille. He's a kid that, honestly, I'm not sure what that kid is. He kind of looks like a rabbit with yellow skin. We'll just go with rabbit then. Anywho, once a year, the kids of the Spillage are allowed to leave for a holiday. On this day, DeMille's girlfriend wanted to visit a nearby ruin. Once there, the two get captured, and DeMille's girlfriend is brought to Abira's castle to be used in his evil schemes. DeMille learns that to reach the top of Abira's castle, he needs to defeat his top commanders, the Super Kids, and collect a toy part that each hold. Determined to save his loved one, DeMille sets off traveling around this wacky world, gaining allies and fighting all manner of crazy creatures. The game was made for a younger audience, and the simple story does reflect that. It's your basic rescue your loved one plot. But, like the Mario and Luigi series, what makes this game shine is the unique, memorable locations and colorful cast of characters. 1 minute, you're chasing a thief in a futuristic city. Next, you're pulling giant eyeballs in a mountain made out of ice cream. And there's even a section where you get eaten by a giant snake and pop out the other end that may have awakened a few things in some kids back in the day. Regardless, you never know what crazy situations or characters you're going to run into next. One of the most unique things about the game is its combat system. Like the Mario and Luigi games, baddies can be seen on the field and combat is turn-based, but takes on a more action-oriented approach. On your travels, you will get weapons known as gimmicks. Each gimmick has its own minigame to use it. You could be pushing the A button to fill up a gauge, counting aliens that drop out of a spaceship, playing Simon Says, or a number of other random things. You're constantly getting new gimmicks. As far as I can tell, no two repeat the exact same minigame the same way. You can also change each gimmick's difficulty. Higher levels will make completing the minigame harder, but will greatly increase the damage it does. I stayed around the 5 to 7 range and was able to do enough damage to beat most bosses quickly. But if you want the challenge, the higher options are there. When you get a second party member, a team attack can be used. When you successfully use a gimmick, you start to fill up a team attack gauge. There are 2 levels to fill, and when you do, you can unleash a powerful attack that can do major damage, heal your party, or have other useful effects. If you fail using a gimmick, the gauge will completely empty. Baddies do have attacks that can temporarily raise the difficulty of your gimmicks, so it is a bit of a risk and reward system. Each character can equip 4 gimmicks at once, and these can only be used a certain number of times. After all your currently equipped gimmicks are used up, they will refresh themselves and you can use all of them again. If you use up your favorite gimmicks before a boss fight, you can be stuck with less favorable ones until they refresh. Some of the more powerful gimmicks are tougher to use and may throw you for a loop. But I found that with enough practice, I was able to use the vast majority of them. If you can't use these tougher gimmicks, you can upgrade lower level ones to make them naturally stronger. There is a limit to how many times they can be upgraded, but it can help to make lower level, easier to use gimmicks more useful in combat. Even after all these years, the graphics on the Game Boy Advance are still amazing to look at. I've forgotten how bright and colorful its games could look, and this one is no exception. Like many Alpha Dream games, the graphics and sprite work are top-notch. The world of the Ketchup Kingdom is a bright, varied, and often surreal one. Whether you're exploring an abandoned toy factory or a city made out of cake, each area you visit is visually distinct, memorable, and oozing with personality. In-battle sprites for you and your enemies are also large and nicely detailed. Another impressive feature is that each gimmick has their own attack animations. You could be doing things as simple as throwing a yo-yo, attacking with a swarm of bees, having a monkey riding a giant banana as a skateboard crash into your foes, and many other wacky animations. This may seem like a small detail, but the combination of constantly getting new gimmicks with new minigames and animations for them is a major part of keeping the combat feeling fresh throughout the entire game. The music was composed by Yoko Sakai and is cheery, upbeat, and fun to listen to. The music sounds similar to Superstar Saga, so I thought this was the same person. But according to Wikipedia, the composer for that game was Yoko, and I'm going to butcher this last name here, Shimomori, the same artist that did the music for the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, I can't find any info on Saki, and every time I search for them, I get info on Shimomura. I'm sorry, I can't speak Japanese very well. So I think they may actually be the same person. I know some artists use like performance names, or she may have gotten married. I'm not sure. So if anyone has more info on Yoko Sakai or what other games they worked on, please let me know in the comments. I absolutely loved this game. The graphics and character design are memorable and still beautiful to this day. The game lasted 20 hours, it has great music, and the combat is fun and keeps the fights fresh and exciting. From what I understand, the reason why this was not brought over was due to Nintendo believing that it was aimed at an audience that was too young for the complexity of an RPG. I have to admit that when this came out, I was still in my mature stage, and I would have passed over this for looking too kiddie. Funny enough, as an adult, I find myself drawn to these bright and colorful cartoony games more than I did as a child. Unfortunately, Alpha Dream went bankrupt October 1st of 2019. With the company's demise, the chance of seeing another game in this series is pretty much gone. It's a shame. I would have loved to see either a remake or a sequel, given all the experience the company had gained over the years. Here's hoping for DeMille in Smash Bros. One day. The game was a Japanese exclusive, but an English patch has been released for it. If you want a physical copy, the game seems to range from $40 to $80. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. As of this video, I am at 750 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys watching my videos, commenting. It means a lot. Really encouraged me to keep going. So next goal is 800. So if you enjoyed the review, like and subscribe for more. And thank you all. Really do appreciate it. Alright. See you all next mission. Bye.